as always, I open the show with my 3 minutes to thrive. And today's topic is about setting up goals for your greatest relationship success. Last week, we talked about synergy and supporting your partner. So this is the next part of it. We talked about goals last week and how goals are so important to have in your relationship to help create that excitement and that passion to keep you connected. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to do it successfully. And there are some key things that you can do to make your goals easier to achieve and more tangible as you're going. So the first thing is to have, I usually like to do 2 goals with my husband. And so one will be for he and I, and then also another one will be just for myself, and then he'll have his own. And what's so cool when you're doing this, and I'm talking to you too.
Yeah.
And so when I'm doing this, or when we're doing this, is that we're both supporting each other to achieve these goals. And what you notice Michelle and I, we have 2 boys. Well, we have more than, we both have kids. She has 2 kids, I have 2 kids. But our kids have played baseball together, soccer together, all kinds of sports. But what we've noticed is that when the kids are having a great time and they're comfortable with each other and they're supporting each other, that's when they create synergy and their team does better. Haven't you noticed that?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. And so that's what this whole concept is when you're married and you're going for these goals that excite you and they make you you have this passion behind it because it's pushing you out of your comfort zone. I talk about this too. And it's something that you really are looking forward to. You create the synergy together in your relationship and you are more successful. Did you hear that? You're more successful when you have that synergy. So whether it's for a baseball team, a little league team, or whether it's in your relationship, it's all the same shit. So that is what this is about. So that's the first thing you want to do is write down your goals for each of you, and then also what your goal is together. So it might be going on vacation. Michaela, I'm gonna switch back and forth between Michaela and Michelle because I've known her so long, but she has been talking to me about how she has these goals to do these amazing retreats all over the world, in Bali and the Bahamas and Europe. And so that's kind of what she's talking about. And that's freaking exciting things. So, whatever it is for you, maybe it's just retiring and simplifying your life and, hopping into your motorhome and traveling around
that's a good idea
your
too.
state or going to the national parks, whatever it is. It's whatever works for you and that excites you. So that's the first step that you want to do is set up your goal. And then you want to break them into 90-day goals. You guys, if you don't do anything else, this is key. It has to be a 90-day goal. There are so many studies that show you are more successful when you break them down into 90-day goals. Have you heard this before?
No, I haven't, but that makes sense.
Yeah. Instead of doing the 12-month or the 5-year, you can do that too, but you want to chunk it down into 90-day goals because it's more like if it seems too far away, then you're like, oh yeah, I can do that tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. You right? Yeah. Oh, I'll get that done tomorrow. But if it's 90-day goals, there's something psychological that happens in your head. So, and you can see it more. Even if you're taking small steps, you just see it and you notice it. And you can also pivot easier when it's only a 90-day goal. So if you're off track, you meet with your partner, like, you know what, we need to change things a little bit. It's easier when it's 90-day goals. So 90-day goals. And then the next part is to write down what each of you are going to do during these 90 days. What's your zone of genius? We've talked about that before. What are you intrinsically good at? And what do you have available to you? Who do you know to help along the path? What resources do you have? Where can you turn? Who is good at doing research? Figure out what you are each good at and write it down, what you're going to be responsible for so you create more success. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So that's the other thing that you want to do. And then this is the next part, and this is the fun part. You want to meet once a week. I always talk about meetings. This is part of your meeting. Make it fun. If you are watching our show right now, you know that we have some wine here, so make it fun. Whatever's fun for you, cocktails, wine, going for a walk, enjoying coffee, whatever it is, but make it fun and do it once a week. Every single week on the same day, preferably at the same time, so it becomes a regular routine. Routines are important in a relationship. So that's what you want to do. You want to touch base. You want to find out where your hiccups are along your journey. So if that week you were supposed to make 10 phone calls, but you only made 2, why was that? What happened? What can you do next week to become more successful? So that's where you visit all those type of issues. Or if you're running into walls, you can't get through to somebody, or you can't figure out a certain problem or an issue, talk with your partner, and I promise you will get through it a lot easier and a lot quicker, and it'll be more fun. So that's it. That is your 3 minutes to thrive. And next week, we are going to be talking about crushing problems and obstacles.